NANI?!
So yeah,
And we're rolling.
we're live.
Yep.
They can hear us, but they can't see us. But now they can.
Bam!
Bam!
Bam, 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 bam,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nerd Word, where the word is the nerd. I am HaplessLuckett.
I am Guymanbrodawg, bro.
And I am Fireball, as always.
And we have no Jake here today, unfortunately, but we have instead another guest, Austin.
I'm back.
Our comic book guru up in the building, but today
I'm back.
we're not going to be talking about comic books today.
Not today.
In a sense.
Not really, no. But first, how are you guys doing?
You know.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah. That's a good word. It is Saturday. I'm off. I'm feeling much better. You know.
Word.
Refreshed.
That's good. Ballfire, how about yourself?
Well, I took a shower this week, so I'm feeling good and refreshed. I didn't really need it, but I took it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and I've petted a lot of dogs in the past few days, which has been like heaven. So
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
excellent.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, good sir?
Drip. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
he is drip top to bottom. Like,
Don't
he
go
has,
set up, man.
I'm in here. I feel like I'm underdressed. I'm the only one in here wearing a comic book shirt. Everyone else, you got a
I
hat.
should have.
That's appropriate, though.
But everyone else looks all dapper. This guy looks like he's getting ready to go to a Kid Rock concert.
Kid Rock.
Or Eminem. Whichever. Pick one. You know what? Kid Rock was the first one that came to mind, okay?
I think more of you than that.
I appreciate
Don't
it.
listen to her, man.
I
Damn.
don't. I'm just kidding.
You never have.
I'm just kidding. Hey, could you hand me my yellow pad right there?
Yeah?
Yeah, because all my notes are on there, and my dumb self is just unorganized
In
because we
case
got,
you need this, too.
for the first time, we actually have two mics. Well, the day that we don't have Jake doesn't have his own mic. I love you, Jake. But we got some actual really cool stuff to talk about today.
Yes, we do.
First, I want to speak a little bit about this Halo series. I have yet to have seen it. I know you haven't, and I know Fireball, and I know Austin hasn't, but Guyman,
I have seen
you have seen it.
it. It is awesome. Like, I'm not like a big fan of the games or anything. I've only played like a couple of them. But the way that the Spartans are depicted and like how epic they are compared to like normal humans is just so well done. And trust me, this show it goes there. Like don't bring your kids to watch this
Oh,
show.
shit.
Okay,
Really?
like it. Oh yeah. I'm talking massacres. It's crazy.
Well then, that's something.
Yeah, it's a really good show. And from what little bit of the games I have played, Master Chief is like spot on.
Really?
And the way they tell the story is pretty spot on. All the weapons, seeing them in use, like from the game, super cool.
And there's like a lot of Easter eggs to other characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I want to check it out.
I definitely want to check it out.
I haven't even played the game like that.
See,
It's a
way
solid
back.
show.
Since way back. So
I've
it'll
played
be
every
a
single
reintroduction.
one of them. Every single one of them, except for Halo Wars, because that was more like the strategy board game type, so I never even tried that. But I played them all. I didn't care too much for ODST and Reach, but I liked all the ones with we were Master Chief because the story went there. Like the story was completely out there, above and beyond expectation with Master Chief. So I love those. So I really want to see how they did with them with live action.
Well, I truly believe that any fan of the games is going to like the show. Like, I got the same feel from watching the show that I did from playing, like, Halo 3.
Nice.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because I heard, I was just, I just scroll and I hear things, that people didn't like it. People were already talking trash about it, and I don't know why, because it's only been one episode. And obviously one of the other things was how Cortana looked. Did you see Cortana in...
She wasn't in the first
episode? Okay.
She was in the trailer, though.
Yeah, so we did get a chance to see her. I'm personally not a fan of how she really
looked.
looked.
Like a post-credit scene or something that I must have missed. I don't think she was in it.
Well, I'll have to check it out. I'm still going to have to see it one way or another. I'm really excited to see that. So, I'm really excited for that. Are you guys gonna check it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I plan on continuing to watch it. Yeah,
Get all these streaming apps though.
Yeah, it's not on. It's got Netflix, Hulu, and it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
which is the only one that I don't have. I ended up getting Peacock for the Super Bowl and never actually canceled my subscription.
Oh.
It's only $5, but I don't ever use it. So
you should watch Superstore while you're on there.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's a great show.
Superstore?
Superstore is hilarious.
It's amazing.
Is it like what is it, live action?
Yeah, it's like basically
action,
like The Office, but in a Walmart setting.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Superstore. It's great.
All right.
The boys hit me to it, and I watched several episodes, and I went and got that to watch it. Like, yeah.
Oh, we'll have to check it out now. So
I guess Paramount Plus is worth it because it has Nickelodeon content too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if they have all the classics,
every original movie,
man.
all the game shows,
what are they doing to me?
all of them.
all right. So I'm gonna have to find someone who has this and get their password.
Yeah, we'll do some trading.
Yeah.
Let me get that Peacock.
I got Hulu. I got the Hulu. Who got the Paramount Plus.
We'll run that. We'll figure that out.
But
add Halo to the list.
Yeah. But moving on, before we get into our big topic, me and Austin have been talking on the phone earlier, talking about how it's really hard to do. I mean, comic book movies are successful nowadays because of the MCU, but it's still hard to cram an actual comic book and make that a film because of how the way that comic books go from start to finish, and it could take several series to tell one story.
Usually does.
But not only that, the characters are already so established and so overpowered and so dope and amazing that there's really nowhere to go with films, like as far as the film goes. Like, for example, Thor. A lot of movies, okay, let's just be honest, the first 3 story movies were about him finding himself at the end. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Him opening up, unlocking some type of power. Really shouldn't have been 3 movies, but okay.
In the comics, he was super overpowered, though. Like,
yeah.
Way more.
So what do you guys think the reasoning is for why they nerf some of these superheroes, like Superman, for example? His whole movie was about him finding out that he's Superman, and then you gave you 10 minutes to Superman.
I think I know why.
Let's hear it.
In comic books, it's like, it's a comic book. It doesn't have to be real. But when you try to change the medium and bring it into a live action, you have to also bring in more realistic features that would make it work. If it's completely over the top, it kind of breaks the illusion a little bit. So I think they need to keep some of the characters a little more mild to make viewers be like, oh, I could do all that, I could be Doctor Strange making orange discs instead of, in the comics, he could do literally whatever he wanted to.
Yeah,
literally anything.
Doctor Strange originally was like the most overpowered superhero because you could just get out of any situation, so there's no sense of urgency. There's a sense of danger sometimes whenever you can just do whatever the hell you want. Superman originally, I think they added the flying feature onto him afterwards.
Yeah.
Really?
Originally, he could just leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Yeah, they just kept adding stuff
really,
and eventually you can do whatever you want, but you have to have that translate into a story somehow. The only movie I've seen that's a superhero movie where the protagonist didn't seem to face any danger and was just untouchable the whole movie was Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah.
There was no time in the movie where you're like, oh my gosh, she's not gonna make it. Oh shit, she's in danger. She's just busting through the whole movie. The whole movie, and then the whole showdown. Spoiler alert! But if you hadn't seen it now with Ares at the end, that was she in danger?
No.
It's like,
oh god,
it's like,
oh god, no.
That's the only example I can think of where they had
no danger.
Yeah, no danger. Even in Hancock, they had to have Charlize Theron's character take away his powers the closer they became. So there was some kind of story you could get out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's why you can't overpower characters.
But with so many characters being in not Disney, but Marvel and DC and video games that they can take sources from. Why have to do that though? Why would you have to do that? Because if you're already catering to a certain demographic and a certain group of people, like Sonic, everyone in this room grew up with Sonic, guarantee. So even though the origin story they didn't really have a Sonic origin story. They didn't really.
Barely.
Yeah, I mean, it was like vague. It was like, hey, Sonic as a kid, go to a portal, you're gone. Mm-hmm. This is what he was doing.
They didn't get into his energy. Like, how are you so powerful?
Yeah, but they already had the hearts of people who loved Sonic. Mm-hmm. Like, the people who loved Sonic saw that original trailer and they were like, they were a lot like. That's exactly how they were.
Yeah, oh wait, the one oh my God, you're right. The one with the fake.
The one with the teeth.
The denture. The denture Sonic.
Yeah, denture Sonic.
I successfully got that out of my head.
That was Sonic.
I successfully actually erased that from my. That was horrific. Yeah.
But see, it's if they were catering to somebody who didn't care, then obviously they wouldn't make that change. So why don't you think comic book movies?
I can tell you. Here's what I think. I think that comic books tell such deep, detailed, long, dragged out stories that you just can't put all that into a movie. Like, think about it. Just like the whole Iron Man saga in the MCU from start to finish with him was how many movies that he was involved in? He was a big part of everything all the way through. And that's not even Iron Man's whole story in the comics.
It's not.
There's so much more.
You can't,
so you can't encompass all the entire story from a comic in any type of movie. It just can't be done.
Or
so
book.
You have to bring it down to put an ending on it where it naturally would have kept going in the comics.
I agree.
Like a comic book or a book. It's the same thing. Like, not all novels, even with Harry Potter.
Yeah,
they take.
Like Julian was saying, like it has to translate. There's a lot. There's entire characters that just aren't in the movies.
Yep.
And the same thing with like Infinity War. Like, there's even different versions of it. You have the Infinity Gauntlet story in the comic books, and then the version I was accustomed to. I played the War of the Gems. It was the Capcom game on Super Nintendo way back in the day. Because there's the Infinity Gems. They changed it to the stones for the movies. It's just different incarnations of it. Like, you can pick and choose from everything to make something new. And to do that, like with comics, it's good to do it in movies. But I think what they're learning, since like superheroes are becoming their own genre, because there's thousands. I mean, you have 100 years worth, and thousands of comics just to choose from. You make TV series, and you can make movies that aren't just like, oh, here's the introduction. You can make movies that are like trilogies, like how they do with Star Trek and Star Wars.
All the good ones have.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this isn't going to be 1, 2, 3. This is like part 1, but it's 3 movies, each 2 hours long, released 2 years apart. Like,
and that's just to tell part of this story,
right? And it might have a series running along with it. Like, we're going to see this stuff start breaking down. What they're doing with Disney is the first time anything this extensive has ever been done, where they're tying in the actual TV universe to the movies to the degree that they're doing now. To where you're saying, oh my goodness, Loki, WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange, Quantumania are all like this big, like, hey, this is our multiverse arc that we're engaged in right now. Obviously, this isn't going to be a big thing. This is just a big event. Yeah, that's gonna culminate to whatever. What would we say the next thing is? Probably not Infinity War, like Judgment, Secret War, or Judgment Day. Like,
you didn't mention how Judgment Day might have been the big thing.
Because at the end of Eternals, they're like, I will come back for Judgment. Oh my goodness, it'll be like
that could just be put on like the back burner,
way back, like 10 years down the road. I'm saying 10 years.
Secret War.
Yep, after, even after Secret Wars. I really think, because you got 10 years to work with. They got the Fantastic Four, X-Men.
Characters they can add.
They're gonna have to deal with the mutant realm, the realm of the Richards and the Fantastic Four, and then the Dark Realm with Ghost Rider, Blade, Black Knight, Daredevil, Moon Knight. Moon Knight's tapping in. Yes. Moon Knight is tapping in.
That
like,
show
it's
is
just
about awesome.
It's about to pop off. Werewolf by Night, which ties into Moon Knight. That's getting a Halloween special.
Really?
Yeah. Blade, Yeah, that's a rumor, but it's all but confirmed. Blade.
Yeah,
Blade.
we already know about Blade.
Blade. Like, they're going to go off, and they're going to have separate phases of everything. So Secret Wars will have so much going on, because you'll have the Dark Realm, the mutants, whatever, just random heroes. You have Doctor Strange. What the hell's going on with...
Yeah, there's so much going on.
There's too much. There's a lot going on.
And I think
it's a lot going
great.
on.
I think it's all great with the MCU. But before we get into the MCU, we talked about Sonic a little bit. We kind of mentioned Sonic. I'd like to actually go back to that. How excited are we for Sonic?
I cannot wait for Sonic.
Sonic going up.
I love the first one.
Yeah.
And it tied into this one beautifully. We're getting all the characters we ever wanted.
Yeah, because they did have a little sneak peek at the end of the first one with Tails, and they delivered, like, spot on with that.
I'm waiting for the third movie, though, where they start adding Shadow and
Metal Sonic.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. With them giving us Tails and Knuckles in the trailer, there's a good possibility we may get a surprise character.
There's gonna,
like
Shadow,
or Mecha Sonic, or something that we're not ready for. Even
isn't Knuckles getting his own
maybe
show?
Amy.
I think he is.
I don't know about that.
That would be awesome.
I think Knuckles is getting his own show because Idris Elba he has longevity with that character. So
yeah, he's perfect for it.
That Sonic is awesome. The
I love
first
Sonic.
one was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think it would end up being the best video game movie
so far. Up to date, I think it may be.
Yeah, I have to say it is. It is.
Yeah, I think that's a big call. I'm gonna put it there. What else? What else would it be against?
We've actually had this conversation.
Yeah, we had this.
I don't mind going.
No, let's go back.
Because at this point, we're sitting here talking about Sonic 2 is already about to be the best video game.
I had said at one
ever
point
made.
in one of our previous podcasts that I believe, based on trailer alone, that Sonic 2 is going to be the best comic book movie,
video game
movie
comic book.
of all. Well, yeah, technically, but of all time, video game movie of all time.
It will be
just based on the trailer.
I do actually remember you saying that. I do remember that. To confirm, it says here that back in February that he was getting his own show, so I don't know how true that is, but it could be. So that would be awesome to have a Knuckles show.
Yeah,
that would be.
But I have to agree. Like, because there was an image of the poster image of Sonic 2, and it looked just like the coverage of a
for the
Sonic
Sega
2
Genesis.
game. And it's like,
I hold that too.
It's real. It's real. We got Sonic 2. Yeah, I can find it. We have Sonic 2, and it looks just like it. And even though Dr. Robotnik isn't this big, huge dude,
Jim Carrey still looks excellent. Jim Carrey is.
I don't have any problem with the body change for Jim Carrey. He is murdering that role.
Who knows? Something might happen to him that makes him like.
Maybe as far as we're going, look at the transformation between 1 and 2.
I know, right?
Like,
oh no way!
Yeah. That cover.
Oh,
that sent me.
Yeah.
And what they're looking at is the Sega Genesis 2 homage. They translated the cover of the original Sonic 2 game into the Sonic 2 movie poster.
Yes,
yeah.
and it carries over beautifully. Google that.
Yes, definitely Google it. That actually gives me literal chills.
Awesome.
That gives me
I gotta
chills.
take it home. I'm looking at it. Just look at it.
It looks so beautiful.
Jim Carrey.
Isn't that sick?
Yes. Not even gonna lie, this actually makes me want to go and fucking play some Sonic.
Right? I think that's gonna happen tonight.
Yeah.
Sonic Saturday, baby.
I think when Sonic comes out, I'm gonna stream Sonic. When it comes out, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, check that out on Twitch. Catch me on Twitch. Little self plug.
Wait, you talking about when the movie comes out, you're gonna go to the theater and go live in the back of the theater?
I'm going to be playing Sonic 2 while watching Sonic 2 in the theater, streaming both of them twice
for 5 minutes until he gets kicked out.
I'm definitely playing that tonight. That's going on.
What's going on? Sonic?
Yeah.
I need to find it on my PlayStation. There's probably one on PlayStation Store.
Yeah, they definitely got it.
Or on PlayStation Now or something.
They're all on PlayStation now. Like almost every Sonic game.
Check out Sonic Mania. I know it's not new. Probably came out maybe 7 years ago, but it's There's a few levels where they recreated old levels from like the Sega era,
Yeah.
the Genesis era, and there's some new levels on top of it.
Nice.
It's real dope. It's a good throwback, original platform 2D Sonic game to check out. Good music. You know the music in Sonic was always
I've
like
always loved Sonic music.
Now it's like on Sonic CD how you have actual like
Yeah.
wave quality music like we have
I
some instrumentation. That's
wait.
16-bit.
I'm literally going to be leaning forward that entire just leaning forward, eyes wide, feeling like a 5-year-old kid
That would
watching
be-
We all
Sonic.
gonna go together and see that one.
Yeah.
Oh, can we hold hands?
I'm playing on it.
We have to hold hands.
I have
I'm getting two
oh my
collector's
goodness.
cups, and I'm gonna drink both of them at the same time, so that way I don't have to get a refill.
I'm gonna buy one to have drinks in and the other to pee in because I'm not gonna be able to go to the bathroom.
I'll just sneak in an empty Gatorade bottle.
Dedication. I got my cup ready because I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, that's how excited I am for this movie.
Master had to do it. Just like I'll just.
Take just cough over it. And it splashes in the cup.
The coughing brings attention to you.
Sorry.
Sidetrack. Oh yeah.
Look at Sonic. But I'm seriously excited for that.
That's gonna be a good one.
But I guess the biggest thing that has me most excited, I mean, granted, we got to see Tails at the end of the first one, which is already exciting. And after seeing the trailers, Tails just... I see why he's like one of my favorite characters.
Y'all about to see how cool he is in this movie.
Yeah, he's gonna show you.
Yeah, he gonna show him.
But not only that, the man, Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's a little ahead of schedule because we wasn't in Sonic 2 in the
Right.
game. He was in Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
And he
Sonic
kind of had like
Knuckles.
his little own cartridge, didn't he? Like,
Mhm.
that had
Well,
it-
had
how
the
they
long
had it-
piece on it.
yeah.
They had Sonic 3 as its own game, and that introduced Knuckles. But
And then
you
there was
couldn't
Sonic
play
and
him.
Knuckles, and
Yep.
they went together.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you connected Sonic and Knuckles, it actually created an entire new game, which was the original Sonic 3. So, they released Sonic 3, introduced Knuckles and stuff, but it was really only the first half of Sonic 3.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what the controversy
Wow.
was, but they just couldn't release the game at the same time. And so they broke it in half, and Sonic and Knuckles was the last half of Sonic 3. If you
Wow.
put both of them together, you play it straight through as a continuous game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's like
Huh.
12 levels altogether. And you can also plug Sonic 2 into Sonic and Knuckles.
I knew that.
And it doesn't play straight into it, but you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 2.
Yeah, I do remember. I do remember that.
Yeah,
Because
and beat the game
you
with
had
that.
it.
Yeah, I got
You
that.
had
I
it,
still
and I
got
had
it.
to borrow it from you a couple of times because I only had Sonic 2. I
Yeah.
didn't have Sonic 3, and it pissed me
It
off.
was awesome. I didn't get Sonic 3 until way later, too. Like, I got Sonic and Knuckles before Sonic 3, and I was like, it's
You
half
went
the game.
backwards.
Backwards.
So, real quick, out of all the Sonic games that are out, all of them, what you guys' favorite? Guyman, go.
Don't hate me.
Oh God, if you say that one with the
Yo,
werewolf,
just go.
go.
Oh man, that is your favorite for real?
Sonic Racing.
Okay.
On Dream or on Sega Saturn? Or what is,
It's a newer one. It's
Oh,
called
okay,
like
well,
Team
duh.
Sonic Racing or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's on
It
PlayStation,
plays
yeah.
just like Mario Kart, and that's really fun.
Didn't it come out on PlayStation Plus?
It's on
recently?
PS Now, I know.
Oh yeah, I knew it
It
came out
might
on
be
one
on-
of those.
It might be on Plus.
Fireball.
You're gonna laugh at this one, but my favorite so far out of all Sonic games ever is gonna be Sonic Adventure. I
That was-
played it on the
On
Dreamcast.
the Dreamcast.
The best
yeah.
Sonic
It was
game.
great. It was a great game,
Oh wow, that one was good.
and it was one of the few that allowed you the opportunity to play as Shadow.
Yeah.
I think.
Or was that in the second one?
No, I think
That was the
it
first
that
one.
was
You're
the
right.
first one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Austin, favorite Sonic game.
I'm going to say my favorite game growing up was Sonic CD
Oh,
Wow.
man.
because of the
Oh.
music and everything. And the time there was there were 4 versions of every level.
You went there with Sonic CD.
That's the
Good
one.
back.
I've never heard of.
And it was the original Sonic 2. Like, there's a long story behind that. But I have to back you up. Sonic Adventure is the best Sonic game to
Oh, okay,
date
thank
that
you.
they've
Hell
made.
yeah.
That is the best Sonic game they've made. But Sonic CD, it was like a traditional like Sonic 1, Sonic 2, 3 game. But you time travel through levels. So there's 4 versions of every level. and you want to make a good future so that Dr. Robotnik doesn't take over the world, yada yada yada.
That's pretty cool.
It's dope. It's super fun.
Really?
Good music. Good
Always.
music. It has 2 soundtracks. There's an American soundtrack and a Japanese soundtrack, which is way more funky, and the American one's way more atmospheric, contemporary. It's crazy. Good game. Good game. Classic
There we
game.
go.
Love it.
Wow.
1993, 1992. This is like 30 years old. We're talking.
Yeah, that's some time.
Ah!
Sega CD and
Can
Sega
I make
Saturn,
an
man.
honorable
Those-
mention?
Yeah,
go
let's throw
ahead.
in one.
I also really like it's a newer Sonic game. It's called Sonic Forces.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of it. I haven't
is
played that one.
Super sick.
What's the concept of
you can
that?
Customize your character and stuff, and
Really?
run around as your own like hedgehog, fox, whatever you end up
Oh.
picking, and it like turns from like a 2D side scroller into like a 3D like.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
really cool how it like mixes the two, and you get to play as your character and then like Sonic and them in like certain parts and stuff.
That's
It's
what
really
That
cool.
is kind of cool.
I was wondering
try
what that
that.
was.
Forces is basically like all of the Sonic characters like in that world coming together to stop Robotnik,
That's a
That's
cool
cool.
concept.
I like it.
and they enlist you.
That's cool.
essentially.
Well, I'd have to say that my favorite one is Sonic Unleashed. No,
I did
no.
like that game.
Hated it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to way back in the day, Sonic 2. Just
Sonic 2 is so
2.
fun.
It is.
Because
That's
I-
my second favorite.
I have played that game so many times. I played that game, beat that game so many times as a kid, and I had so much fun.
So
Sonic
much fun.
Sonic was to me is how most people are with Mario.
Mhm.
So Sonic was
Same.
my Mario. Even
Oh
though I
my
didn't love
gosh,
Mario.
we were obsessed, dude.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Sonic too, and to this day, the music was always the best in Sonic 2. I felt like all the levels, you could just hear the music and be like, oh god, like the casino.
The music, that music. And when it got better because of like Sonic CD and Sonic Adventure because it was on CD, so it could actually hold memory with the music got better. It's like Sonic.
And I also have a honorable mention. I think it's this
Say
game.
it. Wait.
But I can't remember if this is actually the game. Yes, it is this game. Sonic Mania.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a-
that's one. Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
was just saying. Yeah,
it's on
check that
it's on
out.
PlayStation. It's on PlayStation now, I think.
Yeah, and
But
Switch.
it's like
Nintendo
a combination of 2 and all the other games, but also they have versions of those levels that are
Switch. Yeah, that are new
that are newer.
with new bosses.
So yeah,
it's
it's
awesome.
It's cool. It's really
It's
cool.
real good. It's my favorite Sonic game. Okay. Best Sonic game, Sonic Adventure. Favorite Sonic game, Sonic CD. Honorable mention to Sonic Mania and Sonic Spinball.
No,
That and I'm done.
That's a
And I'm
little
done.
outside the box. I wasn't a huge fan, but
What's
That's
Sonic
so hard,
it
Spin?
was a
it's hard.
pinball game. But
Yeah.
Sonic's
Oh.
the pinball.
Oh wow.
And there's only 4 levels, and you have to get a series of emeralds every level. And it's not as easy as it sounds.
Wow.
not. Sonic, yeah.
I love me some
Sonic, yeah. The
I love me some Sonic.
Gotta
I
love
cannot wait
and Tails and Knuckles.
until that movie comes
And
out.
Amy too.
Yeah, Amy, Princess Sally,
And
Bunny
Shadow.
Rabbit,
what's her name?
Shadow,
Cream, Silver the
Yep.
Hedgehog,
Silver. Dang.
And more Dr. Robotnik.
Blaze the cat.
Vector, the Knuckles Chaotix characters.
And to be completely honest, because this is one of my biggest
Oh,
gripe
man.
with most video game or comic book movies that they release, they always create some random character like they did with Mortal Kombat when
Oh,
they had
yeah.
Cole. They always
Mhm.
create just some random ass character that the audience can build around. I don't mind James. I have no complaints about James Marsden's character at all.
No,
Like,
Oh no, he's
Like,
good.
for once, I don't mind
Yeah,
having
I like
that
it.
other person where it's just like, yeah, even though he was never a part of any of the movies or games or cartoons or anything like
He
that.
was necessary though.
he was a good bridge into
Yeah.
The real world.
the
Yeah,
the
because
world
Sonic
we're in.
is so far fetched. He's not
Mhm.
like a Marvel character where
Yeah.
he looks and is a human. He needs a human to transition into the human world, and he was the
Right.
perfect one to do it.
Let me get some
He
James
was
Marsden on
necessary.
screen too. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
good.
not, like, the first time that's been seen either. Like, there's the old cartoon Sonic X or whatever it is.
hmm That was
And-
good.
is that a movie or a cartoon?
No, it's a cartoon.
It's a
It was
cartoon.
He
It was
like
good.
interacts with the humans, and there's this like boy or whatever. He's the focal point, basically.
Yeah.
And,
Huh.
yeah.
Oh,
I need to check that out too.
That's been done
Really? Okay.
That's like another one of the Sonic series, though. So you had Sonic X. There's another show, or there's a Sonic movie. That's
I don't know what the Sonic
more
movie. I think there was like
style.
the show. There was a Sonic Adventures. I think was the show.
Maybe it was Sonic Adventures. I got some
It was
catching
the
up
one
to do.
where Knuckles was real big and working out, and he had his arms wrapped, and Sonic wore like a scarf.
That's Sonic Boom.
That's
yeah,
Sonic,
that was
Boom.
That was Sonic Boom. I didn't like
I
that.
never watched it.
It was an interesting spin. Like
It was okay,
I
but
liked seeing those characters reimagined in that way.
I'll check it out because it was only like
It
one
was
series or one season.
I
Like a
don't
lot,
think
like
it was
15
just one.
episodes. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't think
see.
It was just one, but
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. It had like all the characters you would want to have in it, and they were just reimagined.
Yeah,
I watched a
different
couple
take.
episodes, and it
So
was
it
okay. It just seemed like it was geared more toward very small children, so I guess I couldn't really get into
Yeah.
it.
So it
Not
wasn't for
really.
you.
More towards like 9 and 10-year-olds.
Okay.
Not like,
So this was just not your show.
Still children.
not
we're-
like little children though. It wasn't
Definitely
like
adults.
watching Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it wasn't like Paw Patrol or Sesame Street, but I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like it was for smaller kids, maybe 5-year-olds,
I'm
6-year-olds.
pretty sure it was on Cartoon Network, so
I
like
think it was.
Oh.
that age range.
Wow. Oh.
Well, speaking of age ranges, let's bump the age range up a little bit to more adultish-ish. Okay, it's not really adultish,
What you got?
but Daredevil. We all know that Daredevil is getting
New something.
New something. I don't know if it's going to be connected to the old stuff or it's going to be new because Vincent D'Onofrio said that his Kingpin is the Kingpin from the shows.
Right.
So, will this Daredevil be the same Daredevil?
Well, if you think
I think
about it,
so.
with the tie-ins with Hawkeye
Mhm.
and the tie-ins with Spider-Man and all these tie-ins we've been getting recently with Daredevil and Kingpin and all that, it makes sense. We're actually getting an Echo show as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So,
Echo.
with all these things adding up, it only makes sense that Daredevil would get another season and it would probably tie in a lot of these characters we've been seeing,
Yeah.
and make it all make sense.
Because they also said that Kevin Feige said that he was going to be probably also adding some of the other characters from Netflix. Because Netflix is now, I mean, not Netflix, but the Netflix shows, Marvel shows, are on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there's been a lot of
They were like,
controversy because they were more adultish, but they're on Disney Plus, but they're still owned by Disney. Maybe there's supposed to be some type of transition from Disney Plus to Hulu, which
Maybe.
they still own. They're owned by Disney.
I think they're just trying to go out to get people accustomed to adult material being a part of the MCU.
They
Because
have
they're gonna be forced to take a much darker route to get what they need to out of Blade and Ghost
Deadpool.
Rider, Deadpool. They've already confirmed Deadpool is what it is,
Yes.
and
Yeah, so they're gonna need to.
so
make
they
that
gotta start.
transition.
Yep, they're gonna
Yeah.
start doing it, and they have the app settings amended to preventing kids from watching certain content.
True.
True. I got like some random text saying like, "Oh, your settings have been changed to MA." Because I don't have any child settings or whatever, but I'm sure like people that have the app will have
And
the
I think
ability to.
I think that's fair,
control.
but I just feel like a lot of people just don't want a parent. They don't want to have to go those extra steps to have to block their children from watching it. But it's a Disney show. I mean, not Disney, but it's Marvel. It's a Marvel show. Disney now owns Marvel's basically everything. Marvel. So it would make sense. Or again, you could just put them on Hulu to where the more adult-oriented content could go to, and that would be just fine because you get Disney Plus, you get Hulu with Disney Plus anyway.
Yep, there's a package.
So if you want more adult content, just put it there.
Yeah, makes
that's a
sense.
fair point.
So I mean, why not? So that way we could take characters like Daredevil and Deadpool and Moon Knight when we give them a show. Hey, Moon Knight's gonna be slitting throats, so he's gonna go on over to Hulu.
Stomping folks out,
Yeah,
throwing
Daredevil
stuff that'll cut you.
Yeah, there's a lot of darker violence from these other characters that aren't in the main roster of the MCU. That there's no reason to put them on Disney Plus.
They have to get
Agreed.
away from it because it got to the point where everyone thought that the main roster of the MCU, like every single character that they introduced, was an Avenger, and it's like it's not just Avengers in them. You have different sections of this amalgamation of characters. Like the Marvel comics, like Daredevil, I thought was a darker, and Doctor Strange, I thought was like the darker side of Marvel, Ghost Rider and all that. Like those comics hit a little harder. Punisher, and Mutants and Spider-Man, they kind of stood as their own thing, and Avengers and all that was its own thing. So I think we're gonna see possibly. I don't want to say you're gonna start seeing a bunch of R-rated MCU movies. We're gonna maybe see a lot more R-rated shows.
Yeah.
Have they confirmed what Moon Knight's rated?
I'm pretty certain that's going to be R, isn't it?
No,
it could be 14.
It's still PG?
Still PG 14, 13.
TV 14.
TV 14, yeah.
Okay. Well, we know Deadpool's R. We know that Blade has a good chance of being R if Deadpool slips out.
Awesome.
It needs to be.
I think Blade was already confirmed to be PG 13.
Even if it is, that would be fine. That could still not be a bad thing.
Because they're vampires. You cut them in half, they turn to smoke.
And you can have them fighting monsters too.
Yeah.
So the main thing I think is gonna be having a monsterverse within the MCU, and you're gonna see Blade. Like getting in the ass, Black Knight maybe.
That would open up more for more vampires.
Werewolf by Night, yep.
Speaking of vampires,
hell, we already got Morbius.
Morbius. That's cut. Here we are. That's here.
Month. Is it this month?
This week?
Morbius
like 8 days from now.
Really?
Nice.
Really?
That's pretty soon.
You want to check on
I think it is like next week. I just saw a preview recently.
Yeah, I'm going. I've heard some stuff, but I don't care. Nope, it's got pushed back, but it's actually finally here.
March
so it's
31st.
Like, whoa!
So the day after Moon Knight comes out.
It says April 1st.
Oh,
April 1st is still next week, though, isn't it?
But Thursday. So basically, that's the theater.
6 days.
Thursday. Because they usually have
Thursday
matinee before that.
What's today? The 26th?
The 26th. So
okay.
next week. It just come out next week.
Close.
Yeah, here we are.
So we
finally got here.
Morbius.
Let's go
That's what's
see
up.
it.
So,
At the same time, this is superhero or just nerd overload. Just I was trying to think like Sonic 2, Moon Knight. Who the hell would have thought that's getting the big
Finally.
quote unquote big screen treatment because they're putting big screen money into it. It's $150 million production.
Yeah, these shows are taking
big
money.
screen
6-hour movie, baby.
Ethan Hawke's
Like
in it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So
good graphics. This is a 6-hour movie. We got
Oscar. You can't say nothing bad about Oscar. Oscar is a
and
fucking,
Morbius.
Yeah.
I mean, what do y'all think Morbius is gonna do? Is it gonna change anything within
I
the
think
trajectory of Spider-Man, or is it just gonna be its own standalone movie?
Well, I think we're gonna get a lot of answers. I think we're gonna get a lot of answers with that because the way that the multiverse was set up with not only Doctor Strange but also with WandaVision and Loki.
And Loki.
The way that things are set up, but the way that Doctor Strange or Spider-Man ended, how he kind of closed that portal. There's still so many questions left from the Morbius trailers because Morbius not only had that Spider-Man from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit on the wall, there was also Vulture in there, so that's two different universes. So granted, they kind of like do live within one another in some way, shape, or form through the multiverse, but it doesn't explain where Morbius is at. And I think we might get an answer this go around, hopefully. Yeah. Because it's so confusing.
Well, no one's ever gotten any Morbius at all, so we're probably gonna get an origin story out of this.
It's gonna be an origin story. It's definitely an origin
we'll know
story.
when and why and where he came from.
But why him? And they're not really being specific on what universe it takes place in. If it weren't for this, if it weren't for No Way Home and Loki and Multiverse of Madness, I would think that it was just like a part of the Venomverse.
That's what I was thinking.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
But there's so much stuff because people have already seen the film and they're not sure where to place it.
Really?
Apparently. Not to spoil it, but it's a movie about Morbius and it's established as clearly within the Spider-Man universe, but the movie is about Morbius.
Which is fine because you can link him with Blade later.
Yeah, maybe
on what universe it is, because also
there's gonna be a Venom 3 too. So
Spider-Man, the poster had murderer written on it. Mm-hmm. So which universe did Spider-Man even murder anybody?
Well, the Mysterio thing.
Oh yeah,
Mysterio.
So maybe that is just the because I honestly think that would be a big drop out for the MCU because if they use that Tobey Maguire suit as a placeholder, because they do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take away or add stuff that are part of the trailers
and make it Tom's suit and that's
so if they make it Tom's suit, then that actually confirms that he is in the MCU.
Right.
But we won't know until next week, apparently.
And again, I'm just wondering, where is this character going, and what? There's a lot that they were gonna do. Like they got a Kraven movie. I can see what they're doing with that. They have Venom 3. I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't know if they're still
doing a 3.
Yeah, they're doing a Venom 3.
I'm cool with that.
Because 2 was
doo doo.
Yeah, 1 was doo doo 2.
1 was
doo-doo.
Fun enough to watch.
Nah,
I got an enjoyment out of 1.
I got a
shocked
little
that
wiggle.
I was shocked that the second one actually mentioned mutants. That's the thing I was shocked
That's
about.
right.
Like, wow, they just said it. Oh, I guess they don't care now.
Oh yeah, now Disney literally owns everything.
So Disney's like, okay, you can say it.
Fine.
We're in a new day. It's a new era.
They're running around the office. Mutants.
Musical.
Yeah, hopefully that can replace that Captain America musical.
God.
I can do this
Oh
all.
my god.
I loved it.
Shut up, get out.
It was awesome.
Let him like his things.
It was very necessary.
It was not. We all know it was not.
No.
It was something.
It
Hawkeye was something.
I loved Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was
dope.
something.
But the musical could go.
No.
I could do without it.
Yeah.
I mean, I see its relevance. It made sense that they put that in there because that's something people would do if superheroes really existed in our cities. You know, there would be
do it now.
musicals about it. Yeah, I mean, we make movies about superheroes that don't exist. What would we do if they really did?
Oh yeah.
You know, so there'd be musicals. It's believable, but it sucks.
Broadwayable.
Definitely Broadway.
I think I just really liked seeing Hawkeye sit in the crowd of a musical that his character is being portrayed in.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and it was embarrassing.
He was kind of there,
he was
like,
this
I'm not
is
enjoying
kind of
this.
This is stupid. Like,
Good thing I could turn off my hearing aid.
I need to revisit that one. That wasn't a bad show.
Hawkeye
it
was great.
really
It was pretty good.
I like
Good
Kate
origin
Bishop,
story.
dude.
Good origin
I
story,
really
right?
Like her.
I like her
Good
as the
origin
next
story.
Hawkeye.
I'm
She's
cool
good.
with it.
They need a
too.
season
Haley
2.
Steinfeld is amazing, dude. I love her in everything she's been in.
Give me a couple more seasons of them.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Young Avengers.
Yeah, fuck
Give
it.
us
Let's
Miles
go.
already.
Way down. I want to see some more build up. Like
Yeah,
Young Avengers would be good, but I want to see some more stuff with Spider-Man, Daredevil, individual stories. Young Avengers should be maybe 10, 15 years down the
So yeah,
almost dare you say a reboot, because
that's kind of what they did.
that's what they're gonna have. Yeah.
Well, they're kind of already doing that now by introducing everybody because they've already introduced Wanda's kids, even though it's another in her mind. They've introduced a lot of the Young Avengers already. The only the key ones that they're missing are Nova and Miles.
Who's coming out with their?
Yep, the Nova's, but that's also not Sam. That's Richard.
Yep.
And he's the older one.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would be part of the Young Avenger. He should have been. I think he'll just do him alone. But I do think that
It'll be
Spider-Man
interesting to
deserves
see.
his own universe. He needs to take. They need to take that Spider-Man, take him out of the MCU now.
Yep.
Spidey's got a
Give him
Spidey.
his own.
Yeah,
Spidey
Spidey
got a Spidey.
Let him Spidey. So I think that's maybe what they are doing with the Morbius. Now that I think about it, and I think that suit. Now that I think about that suit, is a placeholder. Because I think
They didn't want to show the new.
They'll show the newer suit, the one from End of No Way Home, and that will be setting up the actual Sinister Six. I guarantee. The new Sinister Six with
the
Venom,
actual one.
Vulture, Morbius,
Madam Web. That's another
Madam
film
Web.
they got.
Yes,
They've been doing a lot of casting for that.
Yes,
There's been some big names announced for that. I
Mhm.
wonder if that is going to be like their Doctor Strange character to start the multiverse.
That's right. I forgot about Madam Web.
Yeah, that's happening. That is in production. So that and Craven, Morbius exists. We got some stuff coming. We have no idea what Spider-Man's doing on his side too, but there's some villains that are about to be on his ass.
I'm excited, dude. That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, and there's some new ones too. I guarantee.
Craven's gonna be coming for him soon.
We gotta get Craven.
Craven's coming for him soon. Aaron Taylor Johnson's playing him.
They're already in production.
Yeah,
They just leaked some footage of it the other, well, not footage, but like set set recording of
That's wild.
of that happening. So Craven's coming soon.
That's happening. Like that's wild.
Venom.
Yeah. Here
3.
we are.
Wow, man.
Here we are.
Can we get a real Sinister Six now, please?
Yeah, it'd be about time.
That was
That
for
was
real.
Sinister 5.
Did you see all the stuff about the deleted scenes? Like how or not deleted scenes, but originally the concept art showed a scene where Mysterio eventually did come through.
He was fighting Doctor Strange.
Because there's like a little. If you look at the multiverse breaking and you see all the people that know him, you can see Kraven, Scorpion, and Mysterio.
Yeah.
And they were gonna say like he gets through and starts fighting Doctor Strange and stuff. But if it was only him coming through, everyone would be like, "Well, why didn't the rest?" So they just went with the basic battle, which was cool. 5 villains was cool, and all of it. I remember you said this. Mysterio was the catalyst for it. So was he the 6th member of the Sinister Six in retrospect? Like he kind of retroactively.
Inadvertently, yeah. But
like
you know what we want. You know what we wanted. They
We
knew
want
what
the
we wanted.
6th.
They didn't give it to us. They gave us. I think they were like, all right, what we can do is we can either give you 3 Spider-Men or we can give you the Sinister Six, and everyone's just like, I would rather have the 3 Spider-Men.
3 Spider-Man, yeah.
That way, you could actually legit set up Tom Holland with his own Sinister Six and make it like Tom Holland, Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be like the best way to end his tenure as Spider-Man before passing it off to Miles.
Yep, actual Sinister Six movie.
Yeah.
Which they could have that be a series. They could have a Spider-Man 1, 2, or Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6, and have a Sinister Six be its own freaking movie, like just its thing. Where Spider-Man isn't necessarily the central character, but he's a major character in the movie. It's just a complete ensemble film on some Infinity War level stuff.
That would
So
be nuts.
that's where originally that was an idea. That's what they wanted to do with the Garfield verse with the Amazing Spider-Man. They wanted that to culminate into a Sinister Six movie that would have its own Sinister Six, and then Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 3 that leads into that because they had a lot of villains established. So now they can do whatever they want. The deal has been made. The souls have been sacrificed. The money has been. The money's there.
The money is there.
And the cooperation is there. So
speaking of money, we can go back to talk about
money.
Hella money on these series. How excited are we for Moon Knight? Because I know we skipped.
I've been waiting a long fucking time for this.
Really?
I love Moon Knight. I'm a fan. I can't wait.
And I think that may be because you're a big fan of Batman.
It actually is, yeah.
It's
I
so
like Moon
different
Knight
though.
for all the same reasons I like Batman.
I know people draw that parallel, but they are nice characters that are separate.
They are, but they are also, in a way, similar.
Yeah.
Similar as far as, him being rich and them being rich and him being a thing for justice and him being a thing for justice. They have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels.
But I'm pretty sure Mark Spector will kill you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Batman will too and just say he doesn't.
Man, I don't know. He's the cops.
No, he'll send you to the hospital where you got to pay them hospital bills, so therefore he can get paid. He's the ultimate crook in Gotham.
Make it worse. It's like, damn, you beat me up, now I'm gonna go to jail and I'm broken now.
Yeah, guess what? You're paying me while you're in jail. Them tax dollars go to me, Bruce Wayne.
Goodness. It'd be like that. But Moon Knight's gonna be awesome, I think.
Yeah.
And my hype has gradually built. It went from, that'll be interesting to, okay.
Yeah.
To, okay, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah. Especially since we get the full visual of the suit.
It looks good.
The stuff with the god chasing him, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah,
like there's some
eerie.
Yeah, there's a lot of eerie shots in here. I'm like, this isn't gonna be a MCU show that we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah.
This is gonna be its own shit. Like WandaVision did a good job of being its own standalone thing.
Yeah.
Hawkeye and Winter Soldier and Captain America, that was like your stand.
MCU.
Yeah, that was pretty much
They were very
straightforward,
MCU.
grounded. This is introducing that dark side of the MCU.
That we need.
This seems like this is it. Like, okay,
And then we're gonna get to see more and more of that.
it's gonna keep getting worse.
With Multiverse of Madness.
Worse and worse.
And-
Woo!
oh my God.
That looks freaky. Zombie Strange and Zombie
Oh my
Wanda
God.
look eerie. Like,
Yeah,
what the
they're
hell is
creepy.
happening?
They're creepy.
Very.
It's about to go down.
I just stopped speculating about that movie because the trailers just kept showing so much more. I'm like, I'm just gonna see it in theaters. Like,
and we got 2 more months? 2 more.
A month and a half.
May, right?
A month and a half. It's the very beginning of May, or is it the end of May?
I think it might be the middle of May. I think. While we're
What's
here,
this here for?
I have a computer, so so we could definitely figure out when that comes out because I really am excited about this movie. May 6th, beginning of it.
That's close. That's less than a month and a half.
That is very close. So we finally get.
We're talking weeks. That's weeks.
Yeah,
we're talking like 6 weeks.
We gotta be in line for that.
So that's the movie we're gonna have to get our tickets early for.
Absolutely, and for the right day.
For the same day.
Yes.
Yeah, because this guy, what was it? What did we go see? Uncharted.
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, that was for the Batman.
Yeah.
And I bought my tickets for the day after we actually went. So
You
I showed
fool!
up, and she scanned the tickets, and she's like, "Sir, these are actually for tomorrow." And I'm like,
Curses.
But they fixed it at the desk for me and everything. But yeah, make sure you check the date.
Yes,
when you order
definitely
tickets,
check
everybody.
the date. And I'm super. Wait, it says Bruce Campbell is supposed to be making an appearance in this?
Of course, it's Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah, it's Sam Raimi, of course. Yeah, definitely. He's always in every one of his movies, so it doesn't
Watch him be a variant of somebody.
Who else would he be a variant of?
He could be
Mysterio.
Oh,
he was supposed to
shit.
be Mysterio in the original.
Well, Strange.
Yeah,
he could be a version of Strange too.
He needs to be Mysterio, just
Mysterio
like
cool.
Tom Cruise is supposed to play the
That
variant
would be crazy.
of Iron Man. He needs to play the variant of Mysterio. Quentin Beck, because he was everywhere. And it was that illusion line that got me. And it was just like, this motherfucker is actually Mysterio. Remember in Spider-Man 2? And he was like, I'll just stand in the back. No, you can't. Because it helps me maintain the illusion. I'm like, Mysterio!
Had to bring that one back to me.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me
now.
I think that's exactly how the original song went.
You're right.
Yeah, that was pretty
With the air horns and everything.
You
was
know,
in it.
The only thing that was missing was good vocals by people who can sing. The look on Austin's face says it all.
Celine.
I thought it was beautiful, buddy.
Yeah.
Feel the pain you're feeling.
All love, Celine. All love. All love.
No love. But I do love one of these rumors. Another rumor that you actually told me. Good old Deadpool was supposed to be making an appearance in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Now, I know that they're working on Deadpool 3. There's a lot going on. I hope that they bring in Spider-Man. That would be amazing. There's supposed to be another variant of Wolverine.
That would be awesome.
In Doctor Strange. Not Hugh Jackman, a variant.
That'd be
cool
awesome.
with
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool, but if just for a minute, just for one small teeny weeny tiny scene, if we get Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine just for a scene, I will climax in the theater and walk away. And
I almost don't even want that in Doctor Strange. I gotta find something better to do that in.
Yeah, I feel like.
But I almost want it like in something.
But Doctor Strange would be the most logical place to do it. Actually, no, a Deadpool movie would be too. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Or if they do a Deadpool show, that's rumored. That's rumored. If they were to do a Deadpool
I'd watch it.
I would too.
Oh my goodness.
It would be Peacemaker except all vigilante.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That would be something. But I really think with Deadpool in the X-Men universe, they opened so many multiverses within that. There's no consistency in the Fox universe, and Deadpool made fun of that. But even in the Deadpool movies, he took Cable's time, his warp, his time bracelet, and he changed the timeline a bit. So that's on top of the Days of Future Past, creating multiple timelines.
Yeah.
I mean...
But the thing about the Fox universal timeline thing is, I don't think the Fox timeline ran on the same timeline as the MCU, because, as Hulk said, changing the past doesn't change the future. That's what Multiverse of Madness did. Not Multiverse of Madness, but
In game.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Yeah.
And Deadpool 2 did. They both did the same thing. The classic cliche time travel theory. You go back and you change. The butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what every movie did except for Endgame. So Endgame is the odd man out for that. But also there's multiverse, so they're that.
And they addressed it with having Captain America make sure everything lines up.
Yeah.
Which could be another cool show. But that'd just be ridiculous for another Captain America show. But with all of those multiple timelines in X-Men and Deadpool, I think that's where they're gonna try to mix it up and pull them up out of there. And I don't know if it's going to be in a way that actually introduces mutants into the MCU, but it will be a good way to pay homage to get Deadpool's universe into the MCU. And with that, you'll have some X-Men and stuff too. But I'm wondering if they've bitten the bullet to be like, hey, we got to have our own version of mutants, and we're going to create our own story arc. But we still have Deadpool, who has an established story arc. And there's a way that they can run that concurrently, you know? They're trying to figure that out. It's been a while. I've always thought about that conundrum. Like, when you have the lore of the MCU built with the snap and everything, and the Avengers being heroes, how does that lore of mutants fit into what they already have established? Because that lore is just as strong, or if not stronger, than what they have.
Yeah, it doesn't have to come from another universe.
Exactly, and that's what I think they're going to use Deadpool's universe for.
I think they might use that cartoon for it.
That too, yeah. And they're bringing that back. That's a good point.
Yeah, they're bringing that back, and I think that's going to be like one and the same with the MCU, and that's going to be their way of bringing them in.
That'd be interesting.
That would be an interesting
That'd be crazy.
Way. But
it canonizes some stuff from the 90s, like
I do have a question for you guys. I want to know what you guys' opinions is. If they only have to not recast one character, like if one character from the X-Men universe, other than Deadpool, who would you keep? Everybody else gets recasted. Like the entire X-Men universe. Like if you could bring one person from the entire X-Men universe, so that includes the Wolverine movies, X-Men movies, and Deadpool movies. Not including Deadpool because he's already here.
He's in it.
Right.
Who would you take? Guyman.
Quicksilver.
You would take Quicksilver.
Oh, Evan Peters.
I want to keep him as Quicksilver because especially if Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to now be Craven.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just a much better Quicksilver. Like he's way funnier, more relatable. Like. I don't know. I really don't want to see him go.
They got him in there already too.
In a way,
WandaVision.
I want to keep him around.
Fire Bizzle.
James Marsden's Cyclops.
Really?
I loved him as Cyclops. He was the best one, hands down. No question.
I'm not gonna lie. Between the two, yeah, I would definitely have him, especially with a more upgraded gear. Oh, I could definitely.
I was a fan of his Cyclops. Thought he was great.
I liked how he looked. I don't like how he was written because he literally did nothing for 3 movies except die.
Yeah.
Like he was so underutilized. He got to do like leading stuff. The first one he didn't do shit except give orders. The second one he was a bad guy for half the movie. The third one he died in the beginning. So he was definitely underutilized. But
he did not get that much screen time in 2 and 3 at all.
He didn't. But as looking like Cyclops,
he was the dude.
Yeah.
I want him back. I want them to all have a second shot. That's why I want them to show up in Multiverse of Madness.
But if you could pick only one, who would it be, Austin?
Colossus from Deadpool.
Yeah.
Just keep Colossus.
I can agree with that.
Keep that Colossus.
Okay, take him out because I feel like if you take Deadpool, you have to take Colossus.
He's gonna show up. He's gonna show up
and
eventually
the same
too.
Goes for Negasonic Teenage
Professor X and Magneto, just one of them too, because they're perfectly.
Which ones?
Yeah.
He knows who I'm.
I mean, already Professor X from like Patrick Stewart's already going. So yeah, either James McAvoy or Michael Fassbender.
They're really good.
Because they're too good.
I like them a lot.
Because that's my.
Rebecca Romijn was a good Mystique too.
I liked her Mystique. I didn't like J. Laws. Did not like her.
Yeah, Rebecca. That was a very interesting take on the character.
Yeah.
And her interaction. Imagine her interacting with Michael Fassbender's Magneto.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That's who I would bring over. I would bring over Michael Fassbender because him as Magneto was goated.
He's
goated.
He's a great Magneto.
Especially in Dark Phoenix. That movie,
that was him.
The greatest variation of Magneto I have ever fucking seen. And he was pretty powerful in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But in Dark Phoenix, like,
he was it.
God damn, that man was G status.
And imagine how he could look if they had like a gray-haired Michael Fassbender with a beard and a mustache. And
that would be straight out of the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would just be absolutely bonkers for
God.
Magneto in the MCU.
So Michael Fassbender, Disney, if you hear this,
Make it happen.
do it. Get the deal done.
Oh,
Get him
that's
there,
just
get him
sent shivers just thinking about that one. Him
Yeah.
in there, like he's coming for it.
And then you can definitely
That would be. Oof.
somehow make him connect with what's her face, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Oh, I think they're already anticipating that.
Possibly they were gonna re-retcon it again.
Yeah,
Because they retconned it at first, saying that they weren't related.
and then they took it back, didn't they?
No,
They
I think this will be.
Didn't the fans like take it back? Because they're like, no.
I think the fans are just probably like, so this definitely doesn't count.
Yeah.
This was
Because
never
the
happened.
I mean, yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's better that they're the twins that are. That was a better reveal than, hey, you're actually not Magneto's kids.
No, the reveal that they was awesome. And Polaris too.
Yeah,
It's like, well, that's kind of an insanely overpowered mutant family.
yeah,
Like,
it is.
Like,
Okay, note to self: do not piss off Magneto's family.
Yeah.
Not
like,
just Magneto.
Yeah, none of them children.
They will all kill you.
Right.
And everyone you know, and you wouldn't even see it coming. Quicksilver would literally.
You would not see anything.
yeah, every one of them would fucking murder
Just
you.
murder you. Super overpowered family.
Yeah,
I just realized that they gotta kind of, yeah.
Even
You
if
gotta-
they were all just by themselves. Like,
Yeah, by
you don't
themselves,
mess with Any
ridiculous.
of those individual people.
Ridiculous.
I think they're all Omega. No, Quicksilver's not Omega.
He might as well. The movie version of him might as well be. The movie version of him, he's super overpowered. Like he can move faster than gravity almost.
Yeah, he could. But I still wouldn't consider him an Omega level threat.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I
not an
wouldn't
Omega
know.
level threat now.
Yeah, not Omega.
Scarlet Witch, yes.
Yeah, definitely. Magneto, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and Polaris, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Quicksilver's got the weak hand, but still, have good luck.
but good luck with fucking.
Good
Like,
luck,
woo.
though.
That's a dangerous family.
That is a very, very dangerous family.
Freaking Scarlet Witch, kid, man. Everyone's gonna talk about having to kill her.
Yeah.
How many times that discussion came up?
Oh,
Like, oh god, not
all of
Wanda.
them? That discussion. So when we go, that's part of their their Monday meeting. So what's the contingency plan for Scarlet? We haven't figured it out yet.
We got nothing,
working
sir.
on that.
They're doing her justice on the screen.
Phoenix.
Mm.
No, I'm cool.
That's another thing Disney's gonna be showing us soon. Like they can get into like the X-Men intergalactic stuff, or like the Shi'ar.
Mm-hmm.
They're already gonna bring in the High Evolutionary, which is like it had a lot to do with the twins' background in
Yeah.
the comic books.
As long as they don't touch the Phoenix saga
For a little bit, but
For a
introduce
while.
some shit like Lilandra and Gladiator,
but they're also doing a Scarlet Witch. I think Scarlet Witch signed on,
like a movie or
Elizabeth
something. She got some stuff
signed on
coming.
for like 6 more movies or something. So I think,
Jeez.
or
Yeah.
3 or something. She signed on for a lot more.
Some
movies.
more.
So she's gonna get. I think
More.
she's actually gonna get her own movie now.
I'm
Nice.
cool with that. She's
Yeah.
awesome as Scarlet.
I
She
love
is
her.
great.
I absolutely
I-
love her.
I mean, I feel like after what's going on with Multiverse of Madness, she's being elevated.
Even
so.
though her whole accent has changed completely, but you know, other than that, she's great.
Well, they did point that out in
in the show,
in
in
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
It's like, what happened to your accent?
They did.
What happened to yours? Done. I forgot I had buttons for that.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to my buttons.
Buttons.
New to this.
Oh, well, so yeah, we had a good discussion about a lot of cool stuff that's coming out soon. So yeah, I think that will be a good time to end this podcast. Do you have any final thoughts for the day, Guyman?
I do. For all of you Dragon Ball fans out there.
So Fireball, what's your? I'm just kidding.
God damn.
I'm sorry. Continue.
For all
Let that
of
man
you
talk.
Dragon Ball /
Yes.
anime fans out there, a new trailer for a new Dragon Ball movie just dropped, and it looks dope. They
It looks
are going
phenomenal.
the sort of CGI route.
Okay,
It looks a
good.
little
Not live
different.
action.
Right. It looks a little different than the cartoon, but it's still like visibly Dragon Ball.
Awesome.
And they're focusing
Okay.
on Gohan, it seems like. They're trying to bring him back and make him as strong as he was, if not stronger than he was in the Cell Saga. So I think it's going to be a really good movie. It's called Dragon Ball Superheroes.
It looks good.
Wow.
Check out that trailer. It looks dope. The Red Ribbon Army is back. Ooh, I'm stoked. I'll stop taking it. Yes, go check out that trailer. Anybody else with their final thoughts?
Well, everybody has final thoughts, so yeah. Thank you. Good job. Fireball.
I only have one thought, and that is if your finger goes through the paper, just wipe it off and try again. It has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a very good final thought.
I always use wet ones too. But,
Yeah, that helps.
I hear those aren't flushable, but I don't know.
Just
Some are.
wet them up before you go to the bathroom.
They're digestible.
It doesn't tell you that on the package.
Yeah.
I'm super hyped for Sonic 2. So, y'all go see Sonic 2. Of course, Morbius is dropping. And, yeah. Only 6 weeks away from Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. Thanks again for having me on, guys. You know,
Yeah, not a problem.
always good to hang with the bros. And, yeah.
Yeah. And
Turn up everybody with these movies.
movies.
Comics.
And for my final thoughts, those little rat things at the hotel are soap and not candy. Don't eat them. Good night.
Oh.